Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Weekly Options. Welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday, the 18th of September, and just looking at my monthly performance here on Kinfo, and it looks like I've got about $308,000 of 30-day look back verified profits, which is nice. And as I just look at my monthly calendar here, looks like thus far we are sitting at about $383,000 on the month of September. So that's very nice. And then on the leaderboard for the month, looks like I'm sitting in the third position here. And this is a rolling calendar monthly look back. So $308,000 looking back over the last 30 days. But with that said, let's go ahead and just look at how the market's going today, and we'll take a look at my trades. It is approximately 10 o'clock Central Time, and the market's been open for about an hour and a half now. I kind of missed the start of trading today because I had some other work to do, so I couldn't participate. But I got a notification on my phone that my sell order for Palantir triggered today. And so that's good. That means that the trade reached its take profit and the trade is now done. So it looks like I started the trade here on the 5th of September when Palantir is trading right around $154 a share. And I bought some calls and we kind of appreciated over the week. We had this little dip down yesterday during the little Pal shenanigans, and we shot up today to an all-time high of around $175. And this is where my sell order on my calls triggered. And I'm trying to remember exactly where my take profit was. It was either 30% or 50%, somewhere around there. I'll conduct the analysis at the end of the trading day, and I'll get those numbers for you. But that was a successful trade on Palantir, so that's pretty cool. Glad to notch another win on that trade. I love trading Palantir, and there's probably a lot more room to run. You know, I do my take profits just really based on a percentage most of the time. So I'll either say 30% or 50% take profit on my options. You know, some people trail the moving averages, and I think that's good. I think from my trading psychology, I like to ring the cash register when I know I'm in profit, and I want to master greed, and I want to master the fear and the hope and all of those things that aren't part of trading, that aren't part of good trading anyways. And so I automatically set a profit target. And if I hit 30% or I hit 50%, depending on the trade, I take the profit on the trade and I move on. That way I don't have to sit through some of those emotions that I know I struggle with as a trader. So this trade's done. That's a successful trade. Let's just quickly look at whatever else is going on today. CoreWeave is slightly down. That's okay. Ethereum is finally up 2%. You know, this is great. This is the ETHA ETF. And, you know, we'll see how that trade works out. I'm just remaining patient. Looks like Generac is still around the break even. I'll have to make a decision on this. I just don't want my money sitting around in a trade that's not going anywhere. So if this isn't going to perform, I may take my money and run. I'm in Robinhood. I came into Robinhood here on Friday last week, the 12th, and it looks like we had this nice pop-up here, and we're doing quite nicely, I might say. So that's nice. Glad to have that. JNUG is down today. Okay, you know, that's okay. You know, I've got quite a bit of time to be right on this trade. And I did come in here on Tuesday, and we are down. So that's all right. NVIDIA's popping on some pretty neat news today. I wasn't able to read all of the headlines, but I heard a little bit of it. I think there's a collaboration with, I think it was Microsoft. But like $5 billion of investment. So we're doing pretty good on the NVIDIA trade. We are in Reddit. Reddit is popping today. It's up 5.54%. That's really good. And let's look and see what SPX is doing. SPX looks like it opened up and it's starting to trade down a little bit. These are the 15-minute candles here. and looks like we kind of had a little bit of a gap up and then went above yesterday's range, and it looks like we're just trading down. Maybe we might revisit this 66.24 level. We'll see on that. So that is the trading day today. I may put on an SPX trade. We'll see. I pretty much swing trade, but if I day trade, I will look to day trade SPX if a situation presents itself. Had a pretty nice day yesterday, so we'll see how things go today. Okay, good morning again, guys. I just went ahead and opened a new position on SPX today. I think that the momentum's pretty positive. This is the 5-minute candles. We came down and touched the 21 period moving average and bounced pretty high off of that. And so I went ahead and entered a position, and we'll see how this trade goes today. I think the overall sentiment's pretty positive, and I think we are in prime position to, I think, continue to head north on the day. So I am long SPX. Okay, guys, we're back and we've reached the end of the day today. Other than the position that closed out for me in Palantir, as you can see, Palantir was up about 5% on the day, and it closed me out from my entry point. I entered down here, about a week ago, about Monday the 8th, and was in the trade until today, the 17th. So roughly 9 days on that trade. And I think I made about 30% on that trade. We'll look at the total here in a second. But that was a nice trade on Palantir. The SPX trade, I went ahead and I'm going to swing that into tomorrow, and we'll see how the market does tomorrow. We were just a little bit negative on the trade today. I felt comfortable leaving that position open, and we'll kind of see how the market does tomorrow on SPX. I am still in CoreWeave. CoreWeave had a very nice day today, up about 0.5%, but the trend is still positive. I like that. Still in Duke Energy. This trade is just languishing. This will have to be one that I'll make a decision on cutting. Still in the Ethereum trade. Had a little bump up today, 1.61%. That's fairly encouraging for that trade. I'm in Generac still. Generac is hopefully forming a little base here of consolidation, and we can then head higher from here. I'll be looking to see some life out of Generac here shortly. Still in the Robinhood trade. Robinhood is doing quite nicely. We are sloping upward on all the moving averages. Had a nice pop up today before losing a little bit of steam in the evening, but I like that trade a lot. Still in JNUG. JNUG pulled back, but showing some signs of life here later in the day. And as far as the NVIDIA trade goes, we're a little bit better than flat on the NVIDIA trade. That's looking pretty good as well. And then, of course, I'm still in the Reddit position. So those are most of my positions, if not all of my positions. Oh, I've got one more to show you. I'm still in EchoStar. I don't know. We're going to see how EchoStar goes here. I bought my calls here. We're a little bit down. This is maybe a base here that we can then go higher. I'll be looking to see if we don't fall too far below this 15 period moving average. This is the 15-minute chart. I'll zoom out and show you the 4-hour chart. And this is the 4-hour chart here. So we really kind of gapped up, and really what we've done here is we've come down and filled this gap. So hopefully we can remain in this area. That's still, I'd say, normal corrective activity, and then maybe we resume an uptrend. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. But those are my active positions. And now let's go over to the Kinfo and see exactly how the Palantir did today as far as affecting my realized profits. Okay, so this is the Kinfo analysis for the day. And as you can see, the Palantir trade closed out for a profit of $31,700. That's not a bad profit for that trade, and this shows the anatomy of the trade here. Looks like my initial position I entered on the 20th of August, and then I added on the 8th of September, closing out the position on the 18th. And so that's a pretty good profit for this trade. I'll take that every day of the week. Tomorrow's a new day, and the markets will be open, and we'll see how tomorrow goes. So until next time, guys, take care and happy trading.